We're looking at the review challenge for break, continue, pass in pass. And it just asks in our own words, describe when we would want to use break versus continue versus pass. So we'll just start at the beginning. Um, and we'll say that we should use break whenever we want to exit a loop entirely, right? That is, not only do we want to exit that iteration of the loop, but we want to um, exit the loop completely or break the loop entirely. Um, we should use continue whenever we want to exit, uh, let's say, one particular iteration within a loop, right? As we saw in that primes function a few lessons ago, um, we will use, oh, excuse me, when we use the continue in the previous lesson, right, that's when we want to continue the loop as a whole. We just had no reason to continue with the rest of that iteration. And that was in our controlling loops with continue. And then lastly, we have the pass, right? And pass, we should use pass only as a placeholder. So if you're developing code, you're writing a function or maybe a function that's a larger part of a program or a script that you're running, and you haven't written the function yet, and it's not your highest priority to write, but you don't want to throw an error, you could just put a pass inside of that function, and it will keep you from encountering any sort of error with Python. And we can just submit these, and hopefully we understand the difference of between break, continue, pass. Break when we want to break the entire loop or iteration sequence. Continue when we just want to stop executing whichever iteration we're in and move on to the next iteration of a loop. And pass simply as a placeholder, in particular to avoid getting errors as we might be working on a different part of the code.